Regardless of your current skill level or whatever game mode you play, by the end of this video, you're gonna learn something that's actually gonna help you win more games. I've won tens of thousands of dollars playing professional Madden, and I'm hoping that some of the stuff that I've learned and that's really been beneficial to me can also help you out. So let's get into it. Defending corner routes is one of the most annoying things every single year in either Madden or in College Football 25. People spam corner routes all the time on you. So I'm gonna give you two really easy ways to defend corners in this game. First and foremost, when we're on defense, this screen right here, we're going to click the right stick in, and that's going to bring up our coaching adjustments. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I don't care about any of them until we see zone drops, curl flats, and I want to toggle these all the way over to 30, all right? Then we're going to call a coverage. We'll go cover 3 sky, which comes with a stock curl flat on the left side. Now think about it. Our zone drops are set to 30 yards, and then we have a curl flat right here, which means he's going to play 30 yards, right? Now, we call that deep corner route, and let's see what happens with B. He is totally bagged, and it actually ends up getting picked off. Really, really easy. But what if you're running a defense that doesn't come with a curl flat, right? Let's say you're running Tampa 2, which has no curl flats. Really easy. All we need to do is adjust one of our interior defenders to be on a curl flat, and that's all we can do. So we can just tap A or X right here, and you'll see curl flat is an adjustment to put anybody on. And then there we go. We have a curl flat on our slot corner right here. And the same idea. Look what happens. That corner route is totally bagged yet again. Really, really easy. Now, when you do this, you definitely want to have an underneath zone as well, or else you're just going to give up the flat. So right here, you'll see I'm able to throw underneath. And the way I like to do this is by utilizing one of our hook curls and putting him in a hard flat. So we have our curl flat going to 30 yards, but we don't have anyone else on the left sideline. So let's take this guy, put him in a hard flat, and now we have a Mabel coverage on the sideline, and that entire left sideline is totally blanketed, and there's no way for them to really do anything over there. Really, really, really good coverage. It's tough to beat. Way number 2 that we're going to beat or stop corner routes, though, is by utilizing something called bracket coverage, okay? So let's say we're running a basic zone, and I utilize this strategy a ton. Basic zone, cover 3 sky, or cover 3 hard flats right here, sure. What we're going to do here is, let's say they have thrown this corner route to B over and over and over again, right? I'm going to take one of my inside defenders, usually somebody in a hook curl, and just man him up onto B, right? Just man the guy up. And now, even though this corner route could technically still be somewhat open, it's going to make it a super tough throw because we have to pass lead this thing away from not only the deep zone, but also away from the man coverage. So we're trying to beat 2 different things with one route. It makes it a very, very tough throw to make. And this is a strategy I've used for years to be able to run very basic coverages on defense and then be able to start stopping some of the most route combos, most popular, most spammed stuff. And right there, you see another example. And this works if someone's spamming like a post route on you. This will work for that too. This is a great counter to literally dang near everything. And it's just by running basic zone coverage and manning up the receiver, you're really trying to stop. This simple route combo, you need to start running because it just makes passing the ball super, super easy. So the setup for it is actually super basic as well. You can do this out of most formations and any playbook. All we need is a slot wide receiver on a zig route and then the outside wide receiver on a comeback. And then all I want to make sure is that no other routes are like running into them. But for this, I don't care about the other routes in the field. We snap this ball. We're going to see the comeback route can do a really good job against man coverage. The zig can too. We have 2 different guys over there who can both cook man. And then both of these guys are going to make a high-low on the sideline. That's going to force the flat defender to choose one. And we're just going to throw to the guy who's open. So again, it looks just like this. We snap the ball, and right here, we're able to hit our zig underneath, and we can easily get good rack on that if we chose to. I'm just going to fall back just so we get a little bit more space to call this. I always like to run this route concept to the wide side of the field, and when we're doing it, we're just making the easy read. Do we have the zig? Yes, no. Right there, we do. We'll throw the zig for a few yards. We're actually going to drop it because of a bad pass lead. That's okay. 3rd and 12. Let's go back to it right here. Wide side, zig route. And then we're going to come back the outside wide receiver yet again. Let's see what the coverage is here. What we're able to do. Oh, they run man. We're able to hit our zig against man. And we're able to get a really, really good gain. Now, to show you guys that this actually works like pretty high level, I use this online all the time. And then this is also on Heisman right now. And it's just a basic read, right? All you have to do is the zig open? No, that means comeback. Is the comeback open? No, that means zig. And if you got any value from this video so far, consider hitting the subscribe button. It helps out this channel a ton by telling YouTube that you've actually enjoyed this video and that it should get pushed to more and more college football players just like yourself so that everybody can get better at the game and just have more fun while playing. So you've probably seen one-play touchdowns in this game. Either you run them, you've seen clips of people using them online, or maybe people have actually used them against you. These are really popular because it's just an easy way to score a touchdown. Now, I'm going to show you how to counter this. But first, if you want a really easy setup for a one-play touchdown, just steal this right here. You can make this out of a bunch of different formations. I'm in Alabama's gun bunch tight end that plays P8 verticals. It's my favorite offense right now, but concept applies to a bunch of different playbooks and formations. So how do we actually counter these one-play touchdowns? Well, we're going to utilize the switch stick, which is flicking the right stick in the direction mid-play to switch onto a specific defender. So to showcase this, we're going to try switching onto a deep middle blue. So we snap the ball right here. Oh, I'm using. Oh, one-play touchdown. Boom. Now I'm using that middle third, and I'm able to help make a play. Essentially, we can bait what would be one-play touchdowns once we recognize what our opponent is doing. Now, this does take a little bit of skill in real time to see what your opponent, to just recognize that he's doing it. But if they've called it once against you, they're probably going to call it again. So again, right here, right? I'm using. Oh my gosh, one-play touchdown, right? Then we just switch stick up right there, and we turn a potential literally touchdown for the offense into us getting the ball back. That is huge. Now, again, your user has to be in a zone assignment. You want to be using in the middle of the field, and you have to recognize it. But when you do, just simply tap that right stick up like this, and you will get onto that deep defender, and you're able to make a play, or your defensive line will just shed, and you don't even do any of that stuff. But that is an easy way to take away one-play touchdowns against cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, man-to-man. Doesn't really matter. You can utilize that strategy. So the spin move in College Football 25 is really, really good. And by holding right trigger and hitting B or circle, we're able to change directions really, really fast. Or if we get into a one-on-one head-on situation, we can just tap it and do kind of this quick spin right there. It's really good at making defenders miss. But I want to show you something that's actually kind of crazy with this. Let's get one-on-one. Boom. Yeah, you see that little just tapping B or circle? Really good just one-on-one. There's an ability in this game called 360, which is actually the spin move ability. Now, the bronze and silver tiers are okay, just slightly and moderately improved ability to fake out defenders. But the gold and then the platinum version of this ability is insane. If you look right here, you can see all the tiers: bronze, silver, gold, platinum. These are crazy. Now, Ohio State's Quinshon Judkins has this ability set to platinum, and it is kind of nuts. Like, you can, like, the spin move is so smooth and so just aggressive. He's almost untackleable. People on Twitter are saying this guy's like one of the greatest like video game players of all time because of how good the spin move is. And again, like, it's set to platinum, which is why it's so good. Let's see. Boom. You see, like, he just kind of like rubs shoulders with people all the time, and it's super hard to tackle him. Using him on like stretch plays and different stuff like that is really tough. Or if you can get Wildcat with him is very tough. Let's see if we get another example. Boom. Yeah, he's a little bit tired. Good fight, though. Good fight, my boy. This guy, this ability at platinum, or with the Kansas running back who has it at gold, is insane. You want to be utilizing the 360 ability as much as you can. So one of the easiest ways to move the ball in this game, and something you have to add into your scheme, are these RPO bubble screens. Now, I love doing them from formations that have some sort of 3 wide receivers on the same side. So right here, you see we have a wide bunch look, but it could be a trips, it could be a trio. I don't like them from doubles, I like them from 3 wide receivers. And it's pretty simple. If you don't press anything, you can just hand it off, or you can just throw it like I am now. This is also really good if you're on the road and you can't make hot routes or something like that. It's an easy way to get some cheap yardage. So how do we defend these though? Well, thank you for asking. What we can do is, I'm going to give you 2 ways. We can man up an interior defender onto the guy who's getting the bubble consistently. So in this case, the slot corner's lined up over top of the bunch. Outside corners, outside corner. So in this case, it would be the middle linebacker. And what's nice about him is that either he'll come free to make the tackle, or he'll open up somebody else who can come make the tackle. And you see right there, he's able to help blow it up. He actually, like, the tackle got shedded, but he does a good job of actually getting into the mix, and then it's just about actually making the tackle with him. We'll do it again right here, where we man this guy up. Let's snap the ball. And you'll see he comes flying down, and he's able to make the tackle to get the KO. Now, the next way we can actually stop this as well is by just going straight man coverage. So we could do something like, wait, where is it? Cover 2 man. We have a cover 0, something like that. And it's pretty obvious how this stops it because we just have like man on man across the board on the right side right there. So if we try throwing this right here, you'll see really easy way to get pick 6. And yeah, they're able to, like, it's very, very, very easy to stop this. So if you need easy offense, implement RPO bubbles into your scheme. And if you want to stop them, that's 2 different ways you can stop them. Sir Higgles LaSponge, maybe if you started running some RPOs, the Temple Owls would stop having disappointing seasons year after year. Passing in the middle of the field always has massive skill gap in this game because this is where most of the defenders on the field are. This is where people use her, and it's just, it gets muddy in the middle of the field. It really does. But one of my favorite routes to attack the middle of the field is this deep cross, and you can hot route your outside wide receiver on a deep cross just by tapping left on the D-pad, right? It's going to put him on a deep cross. I think on the other side of the field, it's right on the D-pad, but nonetheless, you want to get this deep cross. And what you can see here is that the deep cross is really good at beating man coverage, and it's going to do a great job of beating zone coverage if we put a good route combo around it. So let's talk about what we need here. We need a clear out route in the middle of the field somewhere. This streak from A is going to push all the deep zones back, letting that crosser get underneath it, okay? Then I like to have some sort of zig or some sort of drag, something that can help beat man coverage. And on the outside here on the left for Travis Hunter, we could go streak, we could go curl route. There's a bunch of different ways to set up this specific route combo. But on the right side, this is the general idea of what we want to do. Because again, right here, let's see, we're going to be able to throw B. And this is a tough, wow, it went through our hands. If it goes through your hands, you are screwed. I have no advice for that. But you can see though, like, this is going to do a great job attacking man coverage. And if that crosser isn't open, that probably means we have the drag underneath. That's why we want to go with an underneath route and an over top route, because we're creating what's called a high-low, and that's just going to make making reads much, much easier in the middle of the field, right? Something like this again. Let's see what we got. We have underneath. I'm going to be a little bit greedy, and we're going to go to that crosser, bang, go for a hurdle, and then we're going to make sure our player is very worn and torn. I like this out of trip sets the most, so out of anything with like a trips tight end, I don't know, anything trips related like this right here. But you can recreate this from most playbooks. You see right here, we're going to it again. We're able to get a diving catch. Ideally, you rack it because there's huge rack potential, as you can see. But, I mean, it's, you know, kind of depends. We'll go zig on that right side this time. And now we're able to change the route combo ever so slightly. And we're able to attack slightly different areas of the field, right? This time, we're going to do this. Now we have that. Boom, not there. But we have drag, Travis Hunter. Skirt, skirt. Very nice. One of my favorite routes, dude, this deep cross. You just got to make sure you utilize the clear out route like I'm doing and then some complementary stuff. Now, if you've ever played against cover 0, you know how tough it can be. It feels like the blitz is just screaming in at you every single play, right? You snap the ball. It's man coverage across the board. You can't do anything. It sucks playing against cover 0. I'm going to show you 2 different things. One way, how to give ourselves some time, and the other way, how to beat it over top super easily. So, first of all, if you're playing against this, please block your halfback. Or block your tight end if you can. We can't do it here. Or motion block. And so what that looks like is motioning a receiver and then snapping him when he's around the line of scrimmage. Or I'm sorry, around the offensive line. And he will actually get into a blocking assignment. So let's see it again right here. Let's snap him right here. And you see he's going to pick up that blitzer number 10 did right in the middle. This is a really cool little strategy. Next thing though. Cover 0, if you look at the play art, cover 0 has no deep blues. And man coverage in this game is bad against streaks. So what can we do here? Well, let's block our halfback, buy ourselves some time, and let's put a streak from one of our compressed wide receivers here. You don't want to do it on somebody like B here because he goes on a fade. You actually want him on a streak like Owens on the left. Now keep in mind, Owens is 89 speed, and all we want to do is just lob this ball up, and we are able to get a step, and we're able to make the catch pretty consistently. Now, you want to make sure you pass lead this up, and then in the direction where you have leverage. So you see I kind of have inside leverage on them. We're able to throw it like that, and it's an easy touchdown. Now, if you're more of an advanced player, you might be saying, okay, what if they shade their coverage over top? And that is going to get the DB to play a little bit more over top, not as aggressive. Well, streak still beats it. And again, Owens has 89 speed. The deep, dang. We just got a bad animation. Owens has 89 speed. The DB has whatever. You'd want to do this, the faster you can do this with, the better. But you see again right there, that was shaded over top, and then you get a couple of nice broken tackles and celebrate. Streaks, cook, cover 0. Let's do it one more time. Boom. Bang, pass lead up and in. And the inside pass lead right there gets knocked out. We'll do it one more time. The inside pass lead is just really important for making sure we get good leverage, right? Don't want to do it to where they can get us. And we're able to make that catch again. This game's really good about making some of those contested catches. I'm doing that with rack, by the way, so extra square. But you could maybe ag it. I try rack catching it, though. To me, this is one of the coolest things we could do in this game that we haven't been able to do on next-gen football video games, I think, literally ever. So what we are doing here is calling a shotgun run. Now, I like to do this out of inside zones. And then we're going to cut this run all the way back using only the left stick. So I'm not touching the right trigger yet. I snap it, boom, and we're able to cut this run back. Now, you don't always want to cut it back, but you want to do it when the alignment of the defense gives you the advantage too. So if we look right here, our run's going to the left, but we have a ton of defenders to the left and nobody to the right. So I'm saying pre-snap, oh, wait a second. Let me try cutting this bad boy back. And now we're holding turbo, and we're in a situation where we're trying to make somebody miss. Now, you can do this even if you don't have numbers right off the bat. And again, you can do this from a bunch of different shotgun runs. My favorite is out of inside zone from trips tight end. But let's go. We'll just call random defenses here. So here, let's actually try to do the same thing, but let's motion somebody over and give us an extra blocker on the right. Now, you wouldn't have to do this, but this is kind of the idea. And right there, we're actually, geez, I mean, that's a spin move for you, dude. Like, wow. But you see, we can actually create a little bit of numbers over there. Let's do it again right here. Motion, motion. This didn't help us a ton, but same idea. We're trying to create numbers, make one person miss, and we could potentially get a pretty big gain right here. Right here, right side, full leverage. Let's try doing it. Oh, bar block misses. We're just going to cut it totally up right there then, right? You want to have some ability to, like, change your plan at the snap of the ball. You don't want to have a totally predetermined, predetermined route. But sometimes, right, we go right. Oh, let's go. Just got to make one dude miss. Hit him with a spin. Bang. We are out. We're out. We're out. Beautiful. You see what I'm saying? Or, though, we could go, boom, outside, outside, outside. Now we're going to spin this one up. Don't get a ton of yards, but you see how we can take this run, go to the left side all the way outside. We could go up the middle, or we could cut it back, and we could change the blocking just by doing simple motions. Right here, let's go. We're outside, spin, get a big gain. Taking inside zones and turning them into little counters or and just being able to attack in different areas in different ways. Nice. Is a huge thing we could do to exploit a lot of different popular defenses in the game. See right here, we go up the middle, but then we hit him with the spin move to cut all the way back against the field. All right, boys, that's right. We're about to do a little bit of role playing here. Now, let's imagine I keep on running this play over and over again on you. This is our deep crosser that I was talking about earlier, right? Something like this right here. Really, really good, and I am just throwing this ball over and over and over again on you, right? There's nothing you feel like you can do, and you can't user it for whatever reason, even though I think usering it's a really good solution. What we can do is, right, let's select the same play. Let's go into our coaching adjustments, right stick in, and you remember how earlier we took away corner routes by dropping our curl flats to 25 or 30? Our hook curls can be dropped to 15 or 20, and I think this is one of the most underrated zones in the game. Is just changing your hook curl drops, right? You can put them at 5 to defend in routes and drags, but I think using them to defend like crossers like this is so underrated because it changes the timing. People get comfortable with timing of throws, and when you change that, they make mistakes. You see right there, same timing, not able to throw it, right? Same thing. Let's do it again right here. 15-yard hook or 20-yard hook, whatever it is. Right there, I'm able to just pinpoint it a little bit in the pocket. So let's do this then. Right? Let's actually really blanket that side. Let's do hook curl. Then we'll put this guy in a mid read, so he's going to go that way as well. They're both set to 20, I think. Now let's try it, right? That is going to make this throw super tough. I have to mistime it. I change the timing. It's begging to force somebody into an interception, and that's how you get a lot of stops in this game, is by disrupting the timing of offense. Offense is always at a major advantage, right? Even in real football, they're at a huge advantage. But if we can change the timing, and I think using zone drop hook curls does this, we were able to help ourselves force turnovers and get more stops, which is going to win us more games. And if you enjoyed this video, check out this one right here where I give you 10 tips that every college football player needs to know.